Hi, folks. Ryan Mallory from Scanner Group, Thief Hunter Labs, and yes, Southern Oregon first. I wanted to make a quick video to talk to you about the Wake Up Southern Oregon post that you may have seen relative to a meetup on Barnett Road in front of the hospital. Kind of caused a little bit of ruckus with some people. It looks like overwhelmingly people did enjoy the post. Anyway, it is a video and it was meant to encourage conversation in our community. Medical workers have been in contact with me and some friends that have a show called Wake Up Southern Oregon, and they're in fear of losing their jobs, and they're good workers with good work records, good employment records and that kind of stuff. They're respected by their coworkers. Reaction to the video kind of made me understand their fears. Some of the reaction from the medical industry was good. Some of it was good in private, and some of it wasn't so good. And some people wanted to give their personal experience from the medical industry, which was all fine. Most of all, this post, and the most important thing that I want to get to quickly, is that was not made to disparage any medical workers or the hard work you do. The health care workers, and I know the ladies from the Wake Up Southern Oregon show definitely want to reach out to you and let you know we deeply appreciate you and thank you. Everyone involved in my business loves and supports you. First responders, medical workers, and things like that. Scanner Group is literally all about that. The group having a meetup, they supported you in a few ways in our discussions in planning, and that was things like having signs that say they support all medical workers. Right now, we believe there are a few that need some support that aren't getting it. That would be the same for you if you were in that situation. Nobody's discounting that people are getting sick and dying. That's definitely not the case. It's definitely happening. I know personally people who have, and it's absolutely horrible. Nobody's attempting to reduce the value of what you do. Not everybody can. If you work in the medical industry, you generally have a very specialized department or process that you work with to keep people healthy, safe, perform medical procedures and those kind of things. Absolutely respect that. Standing up for your coworkers that doesn't have a voice, I hope some of you can look on that as a positive thing. Definitely, there are plenty that have contacted us privately by private message that I do definitely appreciate it. Your opinions are definitely valued, and you need more of each other, not a short staff. So that's part of what this is about. We don't want people pushed out of the medical industry for their personal rights to privacy and for choices over what medical procedures are performed over them. And it shouldn't result in job loss. Definitely, if they do a good job, that just seems so preposterous. We don't want to see them forced out, and the community would be further unserved. Like, we think we have problems now, lose 20 healthcare employees and the problems become greater. So it's definitely about supporting them so that we avoid that. Your jobs become harder. That's not fair. I don't like that, and I don't think anybody else does. It's a good time to stand up for your coworkers. Their religious beliefs, their medical privacy, their personal rights are in jeopardy. That's at the direction of the state, with, I would say, acceptance of the medical industry locally, that probably should be supporting their workers a little bit more. I got to ask you a question. If a nurse helped save a life yesterday and she goes to work tomorrow and not having a vaccine is the problem, is she still valuable? Is she still honored? I think she is. I think you love and care about them too. Someone important to me served as a nurse for 25 years. I love and care about you, even if you disagree with some of the subject matter we may cover. Now, I've had multiple private conversations, as have the ladies from Wake Up Southern Oregon. There's opposing opinions in both hospitals and definitely in some of the medical offices around town. Some were more pleasant than others. One even tried to contact my business clients, who are generally long-term clients and friends that already understand what I do online. And that whole cancel culture thing and attacking an opposing opinion, it's pretty rough, guys. As a community, we need to love and care about each other more. So Just something to think about in that regard. Now, you may ask, why was the post posted on Scanner Group? Well, Scanner Group covers crime and safety issues that affect all of us, and this definitely affects us all now and could affect us all more in the future. It has an about us and policies and procedures that have been around for a very long time and publicly available. We own scannergroup.com. If you look at it online, you can look at policies, procedures, that kind of stuff. And you can definitely see in the about us that this would be something that we would normally cover. It's also a private business that works with volunteers and offers tons of free service. Some of the services that Scanner Group offers the community is it's volunteer based and community driven. So a bunch of people get to enjoy it and work in it. It offers some free assistance to victims, and government agencies make use of some of the information on Scanner Group. We promote nonprofits and community service efforts regularly. We offer free tools, research, assistance to members. We help people figure out paths and things all the time, every day. Now, we offer addiction recovery support. We have a group for families of addicts. We also, and I've gone out on the street personally several times, and more times than I can count, that I've tried to counsel people online and get them forward to the right professionals that can help them with their addiction treatment or mental health issues. We've identified hundreds, we could probably say over 1,000 now, but I lost count at some point, but definitely hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of criminal identifications for victims, both businesses and residences, people that have had cars stolen, people that have merchandise stolen, people that have PB and Toms hanging around their house that the rest of the neighborhood might want to know about. We also provide fire and public safety information. Scanner Group has been in operation for 7 years and has more than 25 different groups, and it's helped thousands of people. Quite a few people say it's the first time they knew about the Alameda fire for various reasons. Freedom to comment within the policies as a member is absolutely part of Scanner Group. If you don't feel like you can have some self-control with that, please scroll on by. We encourage a lot of things, but we don't encourage disparaging remarks, threats, blame placing, and bullying in the case of that post. And there was also some over-the-top condescension. Nobody likes to be condescended to. It turns away our members, it turns off our members, so we don't allow that to happen. Now, big tech has deleted far more conversation throughout the country than anything that we have deleted in trying to keep it copacetic in our group. Southern Oregon First is a freedom-based news and media outlet. We launched it on Independence Day, and it gives community members a voice. Average people can post their stories. We have lots of reporters with skills. Multiple stories by local community members ever since, from workers' rights to parental rights and other issues that sometimes the mainstream media either won't report on or has preconceived notions about when they report on it or how they report on it. We have 3 video shows now, 4 pretty soon, tens of thousands of views. Some articles and videos will be shared to Scanner Group where I think it's appropriate, and I'm definitely pretty light with that. This one, it affects us all, so we're definitely going to talk about those things, about workers that we all know and care about that may not want to take a vaccine or have a medical procedure forced on them or pushed on them or harassed towards them by their employer or the state of Oregon, for that matter. Now, stats. The majority of the engagements on that post, the emotions, emoticons, and comments, they liked it. There was also some dislikes and also some really strong opinions. The majority of the comments and emotions on Scanner Group would say that that post was not inappropriate for Scanner Group. Those opposing opinions, they're welcome, definitely, and we left a lot of them, and specifically wanted to leave them from the medical industry so people can make their own call about things in general. But again, if they have disparaging remarks, threats, blame placing, bullying, over the top condescension, we can't allow that. And I don't have any apologies for that part, really. Now, conclusions, because there probably should be, and I've talked long enough. We have a shortage of beds and workers. we need all those workers to have their positions and not be marginalized. We don't need employees living in fear. We don't need their personal rights or medical rights stepped on. At some point, there was HIPAA privacy. Now we're asking everybody what kind of shots they've had. I absolutely want to put forth an offer inviting Asante's risk management to choose somebody from the hospital, or Providence's management to choose somebody from their hospital that would like to give the opinion from their side of the medical industry or what they've seen, and provide educational information that can be on camera at the studio, or that could be by Zoom. But they need to be approved by the hospital to do that. None of the people that I'm talking to can actually talk openly, publicly, without that kind of permission. And I'd like to definitely call on folks to support all healthcare workers. It doesn't matter if a healthcare worker has a different opinion than you do. You don't have to spend a bunch of time arguing or those kind of things. But if a healthcare worker is working a job and taking care of people in Southern Oregon, we need to hold them up. And if you're watching this and you are a healthcare worker, even if you disagree with how I operate things, or what the ladies on Wake Up Southern Oregon have to say, or characterizations by other employees, over 20 of them at this point, from different hospitals and medical facilities in the area, that's okay too. It's okay to disagree. It's not okay to treat each other badly. So if we can take nothing else away from this, we love our healthcare workers. You know, again, somebody dear, very dear to me, was a healthcare worker here locally for 25 years, and she helped a lot of people. So thank you.